Hello friends, welcome to the Renewable Energy Engineering. Myself Praveen Jinjala from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In today's session, we will discuss about the horizontal axis wind turbine and vertical axis wind turbine and site selection for wind turbine. And we also discuss about the different parameter effects on wind turbine performance. So let's start our session. First of all, we discuss about the horizontal axis wind turbine. Means axis of wind turbine will be in horizontal. In the introduction section of wind turbine, we also discuss about the different component of wind turbine. This is the horizontal axis wind turbine, and this is the practical availability or install of wind turbine in different region. This is the horizontal, means axis of turbine will be in horizontal. This is the turbine rotor blade. This is the rotor or hub. Then after the brake, gearbox, generator, electrical control, yaw control system, tower, grid connection and foundation. So these are the basic component of horizontal axis wind turbine. Whenever wind will be strike to the rotor, so it will be convert kinetic energy into mechanical energy, and it will be transmit the mechanical energy to the shaft. Shaft will be rotate and it will be transmit the energy to the gearbox. Here the utilizations of gearbox to step up the RPM for the power generation, and gearbox will be supply the maximum RPM to generator, and generator will be generate electricity, and electricity we can also directly transmit to the grid connection or standalone system. In this system, two types of control mechanism used: yaw control mechanism and pitch control mechanism. Yaw control mechanism means we are changing the angle of these nacelles due to the variations of wind direction. Due to the weather condition, this wind direction may be changed. So according to that, we have to also change the yaw control mechanism, or we have to utilize the change the angle of whole nacelle. Second is pitch control mechanism. Means in changing in velocity, we have to also supply the constant RPM, constant torque to the gearbox. So by changing the angle, we can also change the torque and revolution of shaft. Now we will discuss about the horizontal axis wind turbine blade. There are the different types of wind turbine blade used in horizontal axis. First one is single blade windmill. Means only one blade used in horizontal axis wind turbine. So it's called single blade windmill. Second is two blade windmill. In many windmill also utilize the numbers of blade. It's number in 2. So it's called two blade windmill. Third one is three blade windmill. It is the mostly utilized in wind power generation or electricity generation. Three blade type horizontal axis wind turbine, means three blade used in wind turbine, and it is advantageous compared to the one and two blade type windmill, because by installing the three blade, we are getting the maximum power. Second, we are getting the maximum balancing compared to the single and double blade type wind turbine. Next is sail type windmill. Means it is a one type of special type windmill, and it is also utilized in past. Sail type means it is also metal structure, and it also utilize the different material and cotton for making of windmill. And at the root, it is the maximum width, and at the tip, it is the minimum width. So it's called sail type windmill. Next is multi-blade type windmill. Means we are generally installing the 8 to 12 wind turbine, wind blade in almost same shape. It's called multi-blade type windmill. Next is Dutch type windmill. It is also used in past. Same is like in metal structure, or by the placing different wind blade as like the 3 to 4 blade used, and this is the metal structure, or we can also place here the cotton or different material. It was also used in past. Now current days 3 blade type windmill also utilized. In aerofoils have maximum utilized for power generation. This type of also utilized for pumping the water. As like the multi-blade type windmill also utilized for pumping the water from deep well to the ground surface. Second is vertical axis wind turbine. Means axis will be in vertical shape. First is in 7 years rotor type. Means this will be in 7 years shape. Means it is a half cylindrical shape. Whenever wind will be strike to this rotor, so it will be start to the rotation. So this is the rotating position. Same is like this animation. Whenever wind will be strike, it will be start to rotation. So it's called 7 years rotor type vertical axis windmill. Here the two rotor, but for optimum utilizations or maximum balancing, generally utilize the 3 blade type wind. Second is Darius rotor type windmill. Means it is also vertical axis type windmill. It is installed in vertical position. This is the guy wire. It is used for supporting lobe hub. Shaft will be passed. It will be passed the energy to the gearbox. Then after the generator, and generator will be generate electricity. So then vertical axis windmill means axis will be vertical. This is the 7 years rotor type vertical axis wind turbine, and this is the Darius rotor type vertical axis wind turbine. Now we will discuss about the various parameter effect on wind power generation, or basic terminology related to the wind turbine system. It's like the horizontal and vertical axis wind turbine. First is solidity. Means it is the ratio of blade area to the swept frontal area of wind turbine. Means BRB, or divided by pi r square. B is equal to numbers of blade, and small b is equal to width, blade width, and r is equal to blade radius. So the solidity is ratio of blade area to swept the frontal area of turbine. So the by solidity, we are not getting 100% efficiency, because in wind turbine we are considering the swept area. Means it is the total circular area, but our wind turbine blade area is less. So we are not converting the 100% wind energy into power. Second is all over conversion efficiency of system. We can also consider the all over efficiency of whole wind turbine mill. It is the, we can also say that useful power output divided by wind power input, or we can also say that it is the multiplications of different efficiency. So the all over conversion efficiency of whole system is equal to efficiency of product of efficiency of turbine, efficiency of generator, efficiency of mechanical coupling, and efficiency of generator. So the, by considering the all efficiency, we will get the all over conversion efficiency. This is also one type of performance curve. Power capacity or capacity factor to the tip speed ratio. Tip speed means velocity of ratio to the velocity at a tip, or velocity available at a tip. It's called tip speed. And ratio of velocity of wind to the velocity at a tip, it's called tip speed ratio. So the graph related to the capacity factor to the tip speed, different types of wind turbine has a different capacity factor. Example, this is the graph of 7 years type. This is the graph of Dutch type, means it is the horizontal axis wind turbine. This is the American multi-blade type efficiency. This graph is Darius type of wind turbine. This graph is high speed propeller type, means it has a high tip speed ratio and high capacity factor. And this is the ideal propeller type windmill. And this is the Batts limit, means 59.3% efficiency. And we also derive the equation for Batts limit, means it is the maximum efficiency at a wind turbine. It's called Batts limit. So this is the graph for, or we can also say that performance curve of different types of windmill and different types of wind turbine rotor for the horizontal and vertical axis wind turbine. Now in practical days, we are utilizing the high speed propeller type for the maximum capacity factor and high tip speed ratio. So we are getting the maximum efficiency by utilization of propeller type wind turbine. Next term is related to effect of parameters on wind. Many parameter effects on wind turbine. It's like the density, air velocity, different solidity, tip speed ratio in wind turbine performance curve. Next effect is in Magnus effect. Means it is one type of effect which produce the rotationary motion. It's like this cylinder. Whenever a wind will be strike to the any wind turbine, so it will be try to the rotate of rotor. So it's called Magnus effect. Same as like this cylinder. Whenever air will be strike to this direction, so it will be try to the rotate of rotor. So it's called Magnus effect. Same as like whenever any cylinder will be passed to the in circular shape, so it will be also try to the rotate. So it's called Magnus effect. Next is site selection consideration. Means if you want to install the wind turbine, so we have to also consider the many factors as like the availability of land, power generation, availability of wind speed, wind turbine, land conditions. So we have to consider the many factors for installations of wind turbine. We have divided site selection consideration into two parts. First part is economical consideration. For the economical consideration, we have to consider the distance to the transmission, means near to load center. We have to also install the wind turbine near to the load, so for maximum utilization. Transmission capacity, how many our capacity to the transmit the power. Site access, site also available for wind turbine installation. Constructability, if the land is available for construction. If you want to install the wind turbine on Mount Abu, so we cannot install because it is not a constructability. Then after the wind speed, average wind speed also available 5 meter per second. So the generally installations of wind turbine consideration of 5 to 25 meter per second velocity of wind, and it is the best velocity for power generation. Second is according to the technical constraint. We can also consider that as like the forestry, topography of land, obstacles, public rights of way or parks. We can also we cannot install the wind turbine in city area because there is also effect on the public, or it will be also effect on different human and bird life. Microwaves, or we can also say the telecommunication links or other infrastructure as like the pipeline, it will be also effect on installations of wind turbine. Ecology, hydrology, ecology, noise, because the wind turbine also generate the noise and it is the creating the noise pollution. So we have to also consider the noise of wind turbine. Setback from the other wind farm, means wind farm means installing the numbers of windmill, so it's called wind farm. For the maximum generations of electricity from wind farm, we have to also consider the wind farm, or we have to also install the maximum numbers of windmill. Then the virtual impact or landscape or shadow flickers, means which type of land available, land is also bearing capacity. So these are the many site selection consideration for the wind turbine or for installations of wind turbine. We have to also consider the land, availability of land near to load center, availability of wind speed, transmission, transportation, construction. So there are many factors we have to consider for site selections of wind turbine. Thank you.